Hi everyone, and welcome to my 8th video, this time a special edition for women. As a women solo traveler, today in this video we're going to be talking about women traveling solo. So hopefully a lot of girls join in for this video. First I'm going to go over some very simple tips that I always have into account when traveling alone. And then I'm going to end with some awesome resources that I check constantly to get more ideas and tips of other bloggers and social media influencers. So let's start with my number one tip, and it goes back to a video I just did 2 days ago, and it's pack things you can carry. So be very practical on your packing. Make sure very light, very foldable. You can wear it a lot of times, and it's cheap. So if you lose it or you have to leave it behind, it's not that painful. But most importantly, you will have to make sure that you have a bag that you can carry. You will find yourself a lot of the times carrying a lot of weight, and you're gonna get frustrated. You're probably gonna say, I'm not meant to do this for 3 months. So make sure you can carry it. The second tip is read a lot about the place you're about to go to. I usually get very informed on the city, the country, from everything from safety to currency to transportation to where your hotel or hostel or apartment is. That is very, very important. Get a lot of information and make sure that you feel comfortable being alone wherever you're going. The third tip is when you arrive to this place, I usually either pre-book my transportation or get an Uber. Uber is very trustworthy anywhere in the world that you go to. So I really recommend getting Uber the first time you go to this place. And then figure out, if it's okay to take a taxi alone or public transportation or even walk. Or if you don't want to take Uber because you're not going to have service, make sure you talk to the hostel or hotel or apartment where you're staying and ask them what's the best way to get there. Another tip, number 4, is try to stay in places where you can meet people. So I usually stay in hostels. Hostels have dorms for just girls. For example, that's usually when I stay in a dorm. I stay in an all-girls dorm. It's a great way to meet other women that are traveling alone or that are traveling with other women, and that is good because that way you make friends and you have people to go on your trips with and to go out with, which is my next tip. Do not go out alone. And when I say go out, it's go out for drinks or a bar. I never, in my 10 years of traveling alone, I have never gone to a bar alone. And it's not because many reasons. Obviously, safety is one of them. Second, if I do go out with people and I stay alone because I want to stay because I'm not ready to go home, I make sure I let them know if I'm not coming home and they shouldn't wait for me, or how to contact me in case I don't make it back. So make sure at least somebody knows where you are, especially if you're going out at night. And my 6th tip that is very, very Colombian is don't give papaya. We have a saying no es papaya, which what it means, it's if you're outside, do not take your phone in front of everyone. If you are carrying a laptop, try not to carry a laptop bag that everybody knows you have a laptop in there. Or if you're gonna walk at night, don't wear all this jewelry we love wearing. If you're gonna or if you're riding public transportation, don't talk about your salary. Things like this. That's called giving papaya. Don't say or wear or do things that people around you are gonna hear, are gonna see, and are gonna make you look more of a victim to either steal or harass or wherever. I must say before I continue that I've never in 10 years of traveling have been robbed or felt insecure, and I always travel alone, and I'm obviously a girl, I'm very petite, and I've always found people to help me. If I've ever been lost or felt in danger, I could always go to someone and people would help me or guide me, take me even. So just trust people. Always have a sixth sense, which is don't give papaya scent, and make sure you're always observant of your surroundings, not in a paranoid way that you're gonna be scared every time you're traveling, but in a way that you know who's behind you, who's next to you, and you know where you're going. And last, I'm going to leave you with some sources that I follow. Nowadays on Facebook, I am part of a lot of Facebook groups of women travelers. The ones I like the most are the Solo Female Traveler Network. It has 64,000 followers, and it's great because people are constantly sharing advice. They even do meetups. So make sure you join. The other one is Female Digital Nomads. I am loving this group. I'm a recent member, but I really like it. We're about to do a meetup in Chiang Mai because there's a lot of people there. I'm going there. Great places to meet other women traveling alone and living in cities for longer. And Mujeres Viajeras, since I am doing this in English and Spanish, this is a great network, a group on Facebook, 78,000 followers, and it's for the Spanish-speaking communities. On Instagram, I love She's Not Lost. She's Not Lost is especially if you want to be either featured to get more followers, make sure you hashtag She's Not Lost. Or if you want to look for places where to go to, they usually post beautiful pictures of women traveling around the world. So it's great to get ideas. Another Instagram I follow is the Travel Women. I like this a lot because I love women's stories and I tell them a lot, and I love meeting local women and telling their stories. This is the perfect Instagram to do it. Again, the Travel Women, and they tell women's stories from women travelers. And the last one is Women Who Explore. I love this Instagram because, again, it's to inspire women to explore the world, and that's very aligned to what I'm doing. So make sure you follow Women Who Explore, and you'll get ideas of where to go next also. And last, two travel articles that I really like, or sources for blogs. Number one is Women Digital Nomads. This is great. You guys, they have per region of the world the best cities to be a female digital nomad, and it's pretty great because they break it down on safety, it's expensive, etc. So it's very good. And then the last one that is also an Instagram account and a blog is called Be My Travel Muse. I love her writing. She gives a lot of tips on safety, on how to pack, on how to make friends. She also did a one on myth of women traveling alone, and then she said, get that out of your head. First one is you're never really alone. And that's the beautiful part of traveling, is that you might start your trip alone, but you're gonna meet people every single day, every single second, and you're at the end of the day, you're never alone. Just make sure you select those people very well, especially if you're a female solo traveler. And that is it for me. I'll write these resources out in the description of the video for those that are watching later. But don't be scared to be women traveling alone. I've had the best times of my lives. It's been a self-discovery journey for myself, and I love it. So I encourage all you women to travel more, and if you don't find a travel buddy, do it alone.